are now tuned in to Insight Sundays, the show that brings you relevant news, youth topics with a new mission and focus for our communities.
Welcome, Indianapolis, to the show of Insight Sundays presented by Harambe Production. Well, first and foremost, I want to thank everyone who's out there who's tuning in on Facebook Live. We want to welcome you all to make all of your comments, questions, and concerns on Insight Sundays. I'm here with my co-host here, who is
Super Dave, Soul Hits Entertainment.
Super Dave, Soul Hits Entertainment, David Kegler, and also we have our lovely guest here today from ABC Beauty College.
Hello, this is Gloria Haynes from ABC Barber and Beauty.
All right, so our first topic today we're going to get into is going to be with Gloria from ABC Beauty College, which is a hair organization that's been running for quite some time here in Indianapolis. It's kind of a staple. I know her father personally, and he's an awesome guy. He does awesome work within the community, and we want to make sure that we get all that information out so all of our women and guys too as well. You guys are giving away free haircuts too as well tomorrow?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so explain to us about this event that's going to be going on tomorrow. I know it's something. This is the 10th one. I've been a part of about 4 or 5 of them, I think.
Yes,
so explain to us what this event is with the outreach.
Okay, well, first of all, thanks for having me on. ABC Barber and Beauty, along with the Indiana Beauty Dealers Association, which is mostly all of the King's Beauties in Indianapolis, we partner together to provide free hair services for 10 social agencies in Indianapolis, and then we also donate $500 to those agencies. So tomorrow we will be having our event at ABC Barber and Beauty, which is located at 71st and Michigan Road. And haircuts for men and boys are open to the public. We will be taking a few walk-ins for women. I would say we've got 15 spots for women to just come up and get free sew-ins, quick weaves, touch-ups, or haircuts. So that's at 71st and Michigan Road at ABC Barber and Beauty School. Come on out. We've got free hot dogs on the parking lot and plenty of good music from Soul Hits Entertainment.
Awesome. So what's some history about ABC Beauty College? I know the event's been going on for 10 years, but Mr. Hayes been running it for quite some time, longer than 10 years. So how did ABC Beauty College come about?
Well, actually, Mr. Willie Haynes, the owner of ABC Barber and Beauty, used to be an air traffic controller and went on strike in 1982, which means that he lost his job. And after that, he decided that he wanted to be his own boss. So in 1990, he went up to Augusta Plaza and spoke with the owner of that plaza, Mr. Fred Frisch, and kind of struck a deal with him and told him that he wanted to open up a beauty college.
Gotcha.
And he started out with 2814, which is the main entrance, and then he expanded to 2816 and 2818. So there are 3 sections to the school. There's cosmetology, barbering, manicuring, and instructional programs for all of those courses as well.
So how easy is it or I won't say necessarily how easy is it, how do you get a part of the instructional part of that program? How can somebody get involved?
Okay, well, to go to instructor school, you have to hold a license in either cosmetology, barbering, or manicuring.
Okay.
So when you hold a license in one of those programs, then you come and go to school and perform 1,000 hours and take a state test, and then you are licensed to be an instructor.
Gotcha. I see. Well, I always say there's a couple professions that I always respect, and the hair industry is one of them because that takes a lot of time and a lot of patience, even to learn the material. It definitely takes a lot of time and a lot of questions. I mean, so Dave, you got a question that you want to ask?
Not necessarily a question. We forgot the main staple also behind Mr. Hayes is Mrs. Hayes.
Yes, that is very true.
Because she has a room back there, and she's been laying some hair out for a long time.
That's awesome.
That's correct. My mom, Miss Lavisha, as most people know her, is now doing hair at Peyton's Salon, which is located in the 6200 block of Michigan Road. So she has joined forces with Gloria Peyton at Peyton and Peyton Hair Salon on Michigan Road. And they're still doing hair.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, again, I want to throw this disclaimer out. Tomorrow, the event will take place. We're going to be up early. It starts at 8 o'clock in the morning to about, is it 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock?
4.
Till 4 o'clock. So 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen out there who can hear me, you can get your hair done for free. So if it, am I saying all the way correct?
No, you're
Okay.
correct. I just
So,
want them to mention that they heard us on the light when they come up to the sign-in table, because they won't be a part of a sign-up list. So if you just come up and say, "Hey, I heard this on the light," we will honor that, and you can choose whatever service you want. Ladies, quick weaves and sew-ins cost a lot of money, as you know. So the hair is provided. Come get some lunch. Come do the slide. Are we going to do the slide tomorrow?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Got them all ready to go.
Yeah.
Right,
I
and
got my
come get
wobbles
your
and
hair
everything.
done tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Also, for those people that are sitting at home doing hair in the kitchen sink, cutting hair in the basement,
Yeah.
come to ABC and get your certification.
Yes. Yes. You might as well make it right.
That's right. Hey, let them know. Hey, you know what? I heard it on the light that you all ran the beauty and barber college, and I want to get my license.
But that's another good follow-up question. How many success stories do you guys have at ABC
wow.
Beauty College from barbers, and specifically, it's probably a lot of women who's tuning in right now who wants to get their hair done. So how many stylists has actually?
Oh, wow.
went
That's
on?
really hard to say. I will say that Andre Rice was our first barber student to graduate and obtain his license.
Okay.
And he is working at the Playmakers Barbershop, which is located at 42nd and Boulevard.
Okay.
So he is clearly a success story. I did want to mention that ABC Barber and Beauty has open enrollment. So there's not an enrollment time that you have to come. It's open enrollment. You come, talk to Mr. Haynes, or you can ask for me, Gloria Haynes, and we'll sit you down and walk you through the contract, which is not very much at all. You set your own hours. The state requires that you get 20 hours a week, and you can get those 20 hours however you want. If you want to do 2 10-hour days, that's fine. So we're one of the most flexible schools in Indianapolis, where you set your own hours.
That's awesome.
And it's pay as you go.
Yeah, well, we live in a do-it-yourself society now, so
Absolutely.
we want to do it all ourselves.
DIY.
So again, I want to let everybody know who's out there, who's listening. If you're in the car and you're getting ready to get out of the car, tune in with us right now on Facebook on Insight Sundays. You can chat live. We want to hear your questions, your comments, and concerns. That's something that we do different here on this program. We're not going to take callers. We want you guys to go on Facebook and find us on Insight Sundays. We want to hear your questions, your comments, and your concerns. Again, for tomorrow, actually, let me pull out this address again. I want to make sure I get it right for tomorrow.
So it's 2814 West Lane Road, which is actually the corner of 71st and Michigan Road.
West Side.
Right. And it's from 8 to 3. And I also wanted to make mention of a few of the stores that we're partnering with, the Korean Association.
Yes,
Royal Beauty in Eagledale Plaza, Brian's Beauty at 46 in Arlington, and Indy's Beauty, which is a new beauty supply that used to be King's Beauty, is right next to the school. So Mr. Wu, who owns the King's Beauty at 38th and Post, is now opening up that store.
Gotcha.
So it'll be open next week, and it's Indy Beauty.
Gotcha. All right. So any last questions before we go on break?
No, that's it.
All right. So again, out there, if you're listening, find us on Facebook, Insight Sundays. Insight Sundays on Facebook. Of course, we have Instagram and Snapchat, all that good stuff. It's all under the title of Insight Sundays. Come out tomorrow to the ABC Beauty and Barber. That address, once again, is 2814 West 71st, and is it Michigan Road?
Michigan Road.
Michigan Road. Zip code, for everybody who likes zip code 46268. You get free hairdos from 8 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock. So take a lunch break. You can go to work 30 minutes late if you just need to get something done. Come on out. We're going to go ahead and go to break. All right. Welcome back to Insight Sundays. Once again, I'm your host, Adrian Mickens, and I'm here with my co-star,
Mr. David Kegler.
all right. And on our next part of the show, we have our next guest, who is a gospel rap artist, something that this city, or all over the world for that matter, really needs to get more in tune with and understand that it is not only a art, it is a great art, and it's a underlooked art worldwide. I'm telling you the truth. And this gentleman right here that we have today, his name is full name is Dale Evans, but he just goes by Dale as his artist name. So I'm gonna let him introduce himself a little bit. Go ahead.
Hey man. Man, my name is Dale J. Evans. What's up, everybody? I'm a gospel rap artist here in Indianapolis, Indiana. And, man, I'm putting out a new single. Amen. Coming up on September the 23rd. So y'all be looking out for that. It's called No One Greater. Amen.
No one great. And, you know, I'm going to be honest, too, for everybody who's listening out there. Once again, I want to make sure everybody tune in to Facebook, Insight Sundays on Facebook. Tune in live. Chat with us. Just want to let everybody know, this is not somebody that we just found. I've actually seen him perform. It was a show probably about 2.5 or 3 years or so ago that we performed at Sam Ash Music Store.
Right.
And he came in. He was the last one on the card. And shut it down. When I say shut it down, I mean shut it down. People was buying stuff coming over to hear this man perform. It's that good, and he's that good with his material. So let me ask you this question. With everything that's going on, and it's so easy to get caught into what I hate to say secular rap, but I just call it regular rap, you know, just the regular general commercial rap. What truly made you, did you start off commercial and say, hey, like, this is not even the right way to go?
I actually started off commercial, man, and I did pretty good at it. I had 27, I had a song I had probably about 2 songs that played on 27 radio stations between Texas and Florida. And, you know, a lot of people don't know, like, you know, back in the day when the Hit Squad came out with Redman and Method Man, I was actually supposed to have been on that CD, but my sister got killed that year, and my mother wanted me to come back home. And so I knew Keith Murray before he even rapped, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, hey, you know, are you sure you want to strike out? Because, you know, it's going to be huge. And I had to leave, man. So, you know, that, you know, it was, but, you know, that wasn't the first nor the last opportunity. I actually did do, you know, a lot of secular rap as well, though. You know, so.
Yeah. And generally, you know, we all about honesty, you know, and that's usually how everything always starts off, because it's the most frequent stuff that we see all the time on a repetitious basis and hear on a repetitious basis. So it's easy to do that. So what came into your heart to say, hey, was it, you know, you just happened to have been at church, got called by the Lord, and, you know, you just changed your mind? Or was it somebody else who inspired you, who was a rapper that you seen and said, maybe I could actually try it this way?
Actually, you know, when I really got into it, I didn't know that there was gospel rap out there. After I got saved, the first gospel rap music I had, Christian rap music I had, you know, encountered was Flame.
Yeah.
And, you know, but my journey started when I was incarcerated and going through the prison system. And that's why I surrendered my life to Christ, because, you know, I had a rough, you know, life, man, early, you know, in my years. And I just got to that point where I was tired. And I actually picked up a book that was written by Dr. William Bumpus, taught me how to read the Bible, man. And
awesome.
And when I started in the Gospels, I met Jesus, man, and it just, dude, my heart broke right then and there instantly.
It's awesome.
And I had put music down for a minute, but eventually God started giving me choruses and hooks, and you know, man, I just started writing, and I started doing. I went to a friend of mine named I can't even think of his name right now, but he's a good friend of mine, made beats and stuff. Man, I went to his studio, laid down my first gospel song, and then from there, I said, you know, God, if this is what you really want me to do, you're gonna have to make provision for me to do it, because you know, it's expensive.
It'll tug. Anything worth having is worth waiting for, and it's a tug. You know, you can see how good you are in something. Right. But to actually do it, it does take resources. And on top of that, like I said, it's an unsung part of the industry. Like, you know, just right off the top of my head right now, if you think of regular rap, you'll say, you know, your Tupac or your Biggie Smalls. But if you say, who's one of the top Christian rappers, everybody's mind, you know, will go blank. You know, we don't have that staple person. So hopefully, you know, you'll be that staple person that'll stick out, you know, in everybody's mind, because that's really not the case. Dave, you got any follow-up questions?
One thing I noticed, too, is in your songs, you said you read Bumpus' book twice. You picked it back up where you left off at on it.
Yeah, actually, I had got released, and I gave the book to a guy on the way out. And they locked me back up 2 weeks later. And this is when I was going to go through the prison system. On this time when I came back in, this dude is the first dude I see when I come back in the intake. And he's, you know, he kind of like laughed a little, and he was like, "You want your book back?" And I said, yeah, man. I just took the book and I just, you know, finished reading it. And that's where, you know, he said, starting the Gospels.
Gotcha.
And, man, so I, you know, from that trip from there, I went on to RDC and then, you know, to IYC and then to Henryville. And by that time, man, I had, you know, read the New Testament twice, and I got released, man. But you know, when I got out, I had no accountability, man, none. And you know, I just felt like, you know, I could do it on my own, man. Not knowing, man, you gotta be connected, man.
Well, you know, I will say this too. You know, I've been in the entertainment industry as a whole for 11 years now, and you know, I've seen it from and I'm still on the come up because I always want to grow. You know,
Right.
I always want to grow. So what would you say to someone who's listening right now, who's young, who got in their mind like, man, you know, they just offer me at church, you know, to rap and they ain't really got enough confidence. What would you tell them to not be scared to do it in front of their friends? Because that's basically what it boils down to. You know, rap is just the formulation of putting rhythmic words together. Now, it's what you say that makes sense. So
Right.
what would you say to that kid or, you know, somebody who's an adult who got that talent, who wants to get out there? What would you tell them?
I mean, if they want to do it for the Lord, one of the first things that you know, that I see most people having the issue with when it comes to writing is making it real. You know, I know it was a point in time where people shied away from gospel rap because they said it was corny, you know, and you got, you know, and you know, most people put that Jesus disclaimer on their Jesus. I said Jesus, so, you know, it should be accepted by everyone.
Should
but
be.
not understanding that, you know, man, people want, you know, authentic rap too. They want somebody who really got hip hop in them, and you know, that comes from that culture, that background,
Yeah.
and to spit those lyrics. And so the first thing that I would actually tell anybody who's coming into it is know the relevance of God in your life, and share that, and be as transparent as you can, and you know, on a holy level to where, you know, you want to impact somebody. And you know, man, one of the things that I do is I look around and I look at the condition that you know, our community can be in, man, and a lot of folks. I work at a homeless shelter, and man, it disturbs me to see Satan running so many people's lives. It really
Yes.
disturbs
Yep.
me.
Yep.
So when
Yep.
I write, man, I have all that in mind. Like, you know, I'm out to mess up agreements.
Yeah.
And you know, and I hope that, you know, something in one of my lyrics can you know, straighten out a gray area for an individual when it comes to, you know, the things of God, man, and how to
Absolutely.
live.
Absolutely.
And one thing
absolutely.
that you said in one of your interviews, for a lot of people that don't know, you can find his interview on who Dale J. Evans is on YouTube. You talk about the relevance and doing it from your heart.
Yeah, man.
You know, doing it from your heart. I watched that interview this morning.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to do it from your heart, man. It got to be something that's in you. I tell a lot of people that I minister to a lot, you know, because, you know, a lot of times, and I understand, people say, well, I find it hard to just serve God. I find it hard. And I'm like, you know, you can't look at it like that. You know, when people go to work, you know, one of the, you know, most you know, high points of their day is when they punch that clock and get off work.
Yes.
And so that's kind of like what it is when you live in and you just serving God, because, you know, it's not out of relationship, but it's more out of obligation. I feel obligated to do this, you know, maybe because of who you tied to, or somebody just gave you, you know, office in the church, or, you know, or something like that. And I just, you know, I want to encourage folks, man, do it out of relationship. Be like Mary and sit at the feet of Jesus, man, and hear his word. The just shall live by faith. So we actually in the very thing, in the need of the very thing that the word of God produces with his faith.
Yes.
And so, you know, it's hard to do something you don't have the faith to do it.
All right, so here in just a second, once again, I want to let everybody know who's out there listening and on your radio. If you're getting out of the car, make sure you go to Facebook. You can stay connected with us on Insight Sundays on Facebook. Insight Sundays, and that Sundays is with an S. You have to type that in. It will come right up, and you can tune in, ask your questions. If you want to ask Della questions, we will read that right here off of Facebook. You can also find us on every other social media account: Instagram, Insight Sundays, Snapchat, Insight Sundays, and Twitter at Insight Sundays too as well. So we're going to go ahead here in just a second and play Dale's song. But before we do that, Dale, most people don't believe it until they hear it, and now they can see it because we on Facebook Live.
Amen.
So give like 30 seconds of a verse, and then we're gonna play your track if you can. I'll put you on the spot just a little bit, man. Give 30 seconds, man, because people don't believe authenticity until they see it. I want them to see the passion in your eyes, and you know how we get as rappers, man. We get real aggressive in that rap. So give it to them, man.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite verses, man, and I love to do this, man. Tasha B, what's happening? Yeah, I like to say that first. I leave the devil with his mouth poked out. Cause falling ain't something Dale J known to be about. Living water in my life, there'll never be a drought. Demons start acting up, I pull the King James out. Tell me how you let the enemy come in and run your house. Poison your little heart and got it dripping out your mouth. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Partner, why you acting confused? You better get your mind renewed, cause you know who I choose. I came a little too far to fall back. My existence depend on it, bro. This is not an act. Picture me losing some sleep by how they feel about me. When I was broken and confused, you wasn't seeing about me. But now all of a sudden they hating since I'm abundantly free. But I didn't emancipate myself. My name ain't Houdini. Now, I choose the Lord in every way that I walk. And if you peep it, you can hear it in the way that I talk. I'm old school like cassette tapes and bell-bottom suits. But I'm brand new. You can see my fruit is the proof. Man, when Jesus hit the scene, Satan cut me loose. Cause JC like Walmart, he got all of the juice. But as corny as it sound, my salvation is real. If you gon' walk this thing out, it ain't about how you feel. You gotta choose to be blessed. You gotta choose the King. You gotta choose real talk, man. Jesus over everything.
See, that's what I'm talking about, man. All right, we can go ahead and roll that track.
Nobody greater. Nobody greater. There's nobody greater. No one greater. His name is Jesus. Jesus. No one gets the glory but you. Nobody greater. No one. There's no one greater. No one greater. His name is Jesus. Jesus. His name is Jesus. No one gets the glory but you. I just wanna prove that you're number one in the earth. I could try to make it without you, but it'll never work. Every day you love, man, it rain on me. Satan modulate to put a stain on me. If I don't go to heaven, then shame on me. I'ma go to hell where the pain gon' be. Spit the real to my dudes living dangerously. If you don't do right, I'ma let you go free. I just want his will to be done, not mine. When he touch down, will it be faith that he find? Y'all turned up, everybody wanna shine. Crippling the spirit with a yoke on your mind. Lord, I just wanna give you more praise. You magnificent in all of your ways. Living water on my thirstiest days. The author plus the finisher of my faith. You the advocate, the high priest, the Lord and the King of Kings. You the reason why I hold my head up. Man, I lift my voice and begin to sing. When I can't find peace, you my shalom. You my reason to live when the thrill is gone. Not to mention when everything is out of control. You the only one who can navigate my soul. I just wanna run a good race. I don't even need first place. I just wanna try to finish the course without my life ending up a waste. Lord, ain't nobody greater than you. They can take a broke man, make him better than you. Nah, look, ain't nobody greater than you. They can take a broke heart, make it better than you. Yeah. No one greater. No one greater. No one greater. No one greater. Lift my hands and give a praise. He's worthy of it each and every day. That's right. No one greater. No one greater. Yes, sir. I ain't trying to portray a thug or a player. Only reason I'm here to show him that you're greater. All I wanna do is bring glory to your name. I'ma do it right now. I ain't tripping no later. If the spirit's in the room, then I'm glad that I'm here. Saved by grace in a brand new year. You should know the just gon' live by faith, and everybody else gon' live by fear. Opposition on my back, but he's great. Even when I'm solo, he's great. So much evil in the world, he's great. Mighty in battle, he's great. Who's like my God? No one. Just like my God. No one. Strong like my God. No one. Love's like my God. No one. Persecution from my hate, it don't scare us. We gon' walk it out, you ain't never gotta dare us. You can push, but you never gon' move us. We gon' live forever, even if you come and shoot us. Roots run deep, you can never uproot us. Even in the fire, God gon' loose us. Set apart so the world can't juice us. We don't need no monetary gain just to prove us. We gon' give him worship every day until he use us. And you gon' see the body when the spirit come and move. No more lies with intents to delude. No more snakes coming in to confuse us. Yeah, Lord, ain't nobody greater than you. They can take a broke man, make him better than you. Nah, Lord, ain't nobody greater than you. They can take a broke heart, make it better than you. No one greater. No one, yeah. No one. You're so worthy of my praise. I give you honor.
Man, that's some awesome material there, Dale. So, Dale, where can the people find you at?
For album purchases, they can go to iTunes, Amazon Music, Google Music. This particular single will be released on the 23rd of this month. So, hey, if you like it and you want to put that in your iPod or your iPhone, man, go ahead and download it on the 23rd. Amen.
Awesome. All right. So a part of this show, what we're going to do every time, because, it means something to me to actually give the word out and give the word and say the word. So every show, we're going to have Miss Danielle. She's going to give a poem or a Bible verse every week. So this week, because it's 9/11, she found a poem that she's going to read for you all today.
Awaken in New York by Maya Angelou. Curtains forcing their will against the wind, children sleeping. Exchanging dreams with seraphim, the city drags itself awake on the subway straps. And I, an alarm, awake as a rumor of war, lie stretching into dawn, unasked and unheeded.
Awesome.
Remember 9/11.
Awesome. So
Right,
that
man.
was for all that stuff that happened on 9/11. I know we are on time right now. So again, we want to appreciate everybody for listening, and we enjoyed you all so much. Dale, we enjoyed you too as well. Thank you for having and coming out, man. We appreciate it so much. Insight Sundays. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and we are out.